Alright, and hello everybody, I'm the Super27 and welcome to another Dokkan Battle video. This is the Extreme Super Battle Road for Worthy Rivals. Now before we really get started, I do have a quick announcement I want to make. Tomorrow, which is Wednesday, May 15th, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my Twitch, twitch.tv/Super27, link can be found in the description. Something huge is going to happen that is going to change the career forever, both of my streaming and my YouTube career, so I would love to see you guys there. Again, that's tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at twitch.tv/Sweetbro27. Okay, cool. So, Extreme Super Battle Road for Worthy Rivals. Now, if you are a JP player, this really isn't going to be difficult for you at all. However, on the global side of things, this is certainly a struggle. So, I can explain the team that we are running a little bit. We are running like a modified version of the team. So, Gamma 1 actually does lead Worthy Rival as his secondary, like his 30% lead. So I tried a lot of runs running Gamma 1 as our leader, and ultimately that just wasn't strong enough. He just really wasn't what we needed, because he is a very good defensive unit, but at the start he has to get hit a bunch, and that does not work in an environment where, like, slot 1, these super attacks are doing like red zone plus level damage. You need like a character like Orange Piccolo who can easily tank just that much better. So, obviously, I'm running dual Orange Piccolo. We all know what Orange Piccolo does for the start of the fight. He's guarding. He has really high defense. He can debuff on his super attack. He can stun on his super attack. Even though we would never get to the point where we would actually need the giant form, we do have the giant form if we ever do get to turn 6, and as you guys just saw right there, he does have that ability where if you drop below a certain HP threshold, he gets extra damage reduction, as well he gives you a full heal. So this is like the maximum defensive capability of Orange Piccolo. It's a kind of a more rare ability to see, just because when you're running Orange Piccolo, it is kind of hard to drop below that HP threshold, but we will see that multiple times. And when you're doing a no item run, it is always nice to have these characters who have these abilities to heal you, since you can't rely on items to heal you yourself, which is always super nice to have. Up next, we are running the Gammas, Gamma 1 and Gamma 2. Gamma 1, he is still a very good defensive option. Again, he's not like a carry of the team by any means, with his defense, especially since mine is only at a 55% status. But he can still, he can take some attacks much better than a lot of these other characters. And then Gamma 2, he's kind of just our offensive dealer. I'm not a huge fan of Gamma 2, especially since mine is only 55% also. So he can do like decent damage, but it really comes down to like how many of those hit potential systems is he going to get, how many of those passives or those attacks in his passive, how many of them are going to actually be super attacks, as opposed to him just launching normal over and over again. And over all these attempts that I did, because this took me a long time to get a no item run, I had him do like some god tier runs where it was just like super after super after super, and he looked amazing. And I had my fair share where it was just normal, and then he would die to just a normal himself, and that's never fun to see. Up next, we have EZA Android MVP 17, who is actually pretty solid himself. Once you're below a certain HP threshold, and he does have that extra damage reduction, he gets a very good floater. He's also a nice little defensive support, which isn't too bad to have around. I didn't really ever have to worry about him throughout most of these runs. He was a very reliable, solid unit. Next, we have the side banner unit from Birdcoo's banner, I believe it was, which is this Piccolo right here from the Cooler movie. Now, this guy, he is just absolutely phenomenal. He has a guaranteed seal on his super attack effect. He gets guard and damage reduction depending on how many movie heroes we are running on the rotation with him. And outside of Android 17, every character we are running is a movie hero character. So it's very easy to make sure that he has all of his guard and all of his damage reduction. So he's just a super defensive god. And then finally, we have this guy right here. This is the EZA or sub-EZA Piccolo from the Metal Cooler movie. Now, we're running him for two main reasons. One, he does have a massive AoE. On his first turn, he's guaranteed to crit, and he does STR orb changing. So he does a lot of stuff on his first turn, which is something that we really like to see, especially when like these fights can sometimes be determined in just one single turn. That is really important. But the main thing that he has is he has a 30% chance to stun on his super attack effect, which is really important, especially in a fight like this where like as you saw right there, the first phase it had 4 enemies, then we went up against 5 enemies, and then we're going up against 1. And we are struggling to tank all of these normals. So I was playing very risky with this guy. I know he can't take a super. I know he can't really even take normals. But I was liking to keep him on rotation because, 1, he links very well with Orange Piccolo. And then 2, I was always hoping we could get some stuns. And we did get some crucial stuns throughout this run. Also, he does just like nice chip damage as well. And if we're ever in a situation where like Orange Piccolo for whatever reason isn't able to super, giving him all of those orbs means that he has a higher chance to get to his 18 key. And again, I think it's a 30% chance to stun on his 18 key, and then he debuffs offensively and defensively on his 12 key, which is super nice. Again, any sort of debuffing you can get is always very good. And we are going to get a seal right here, meaning that Janemba is pretty much locked down for the rest of the fight. So we don't really have to worry about Janemba supering us anymore, but still, as I mentioned before, we do have a couple of characters, Gamma 2 and that Metal Cooler movie, Piccolo specifically, who can't really tank normals. So even though we're in a situation where we don't have to worry about a super attack, normals could still be very devastating to us, but it doesn't really matter because we essentially have guaranteed our dub. Now, we just have to, like, carefully maneuver our characters around just one final time. I do think we are wrapping it up here on this turn, actually. If not, it will be the next. It's not a huge deal. But yeah, that was my no-item attempt. Again, if you are a JP player, this is, like, stupidly easy. You have Evolution Blue Vegeta. You have the LR Gammas. I mean, you have EP Beerus if you want to bring EP Beerus. But yeah, that is actually going to be all for this time, guys. I've been the Sweeper27. I'm a variety Twitch streamer and an up-and-coming YouTuber trying to make it big in the world. I have a Twitter, a Twitch, a TikTok, and a YouTube, the links to which can all be found in the description of this video. And while you're down there, don't forget to like, subscribe, share my run, and leave me a comment. Let me know, did you guys struggle with this event or not? Also, we are getting that much closer to easying the Goku family support memory, which is super exciting. I think we only have to do like 2 or 3 more SBRs, and then we are done. Oh, and one final thing, one last reminder. This Wednesday, which is tomorrow, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be going live on my Twitch with a big announcement, and I would really hope to see all you guys there. So yeah, clear out your schedules again tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, twitch.tv/thesweeper27, link in the description. But yeah, that's going to be all for now, guys. Oh my gosh, I've been stuttering everywhere. That's going to be all for this time, guys. So as always, I've been the Sweeper27, and I am signing off.